It is my honor to introduce Reginald Reggie Lawrence II. Reggie often calls his experience at UW-Whitewater life-changing. Inspired by a cousin who urged him to aim high, Reggie arrived on our campus in 1986. Here, mentors like the legendary Roger Pulliam helped him see a version of himself he hadn't yet imagined. Whether he was singing in the gospel choir, leading with Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, or advocating with lawmakers in Madison, Reggie was building the foundation for a 35-year legacy in education. He earned his bachelor's degree in elementary education in 1990 and a master's degree in curriculum and instruction in 1992. From the classrooms of Milwaukee to his current role as superintendent of Harvey School District 152, Reggie has dedicated his life to the belief that every student deserves a great awakening. A veteran of the Wisconsin Army National Guard and a tireless community leader, he serves on multiple nonprofit boards, including the UW-Whitewater Foundation Board, and remains one of our most devoted alumni. Please join me in welcoming a true champion for students and a proud son of UW-Whitewater, Dr. Reginald Lawrence II.
Good afternoon, Chancellor King, esteemed faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Yes. I'm extremely humbled and honored to serve as one of your commencement speakers this afternoon. I want to first thank the man upstairs, as I affectionately call him, for giving us all the traveling grace that we've had on making it here today, and asking that he'll give us the opportunity to travel home safely after this event to our respective homes. I'd also like to thank my wife, Dr. Pandora Lawrence, who's here with me in the audience today. It's my rock, and she's here with me, so thank you for being here. Standing here today and looking across the field house, it brings me great pride and joy as a UW-Whitewater alumni, because you all can say, Mama, Daddy, I've graduated again, not just from high school, but here in college. And so I'd ask for the graduates to please give a round of applause to your parents and family members that are here today. Yes, because they've helped in preparing you, this brand new group of graduating Warhawks who are going to be taking their amazing talents into the world and to do great things. Now, I'll be totally honest with you. After the surprise of getting this call to be today's speaker, I've been daydreaming for months on what message I would provide or nuggets of wisdom that I would leave you with. Well, today, I want to answer that question for you. I want to talk to you about two words that are often treated like a sentimental greeting card, but are actually the most revolutionary truth that you can carry into your careers. You matter, and you were supposed to be here. You see, at UW-Whitewater, I mattered. From the first day I set foot on campus, I was embraced with open arms by various faculty members who I'll mention a little bit later. However, my opportunity to attend this university, it almost never came to be. In fact, Reginald Lawrence, the human being, almost never came to be. See, my parents, they were told that they couldn't have children. I don't know what all the medical complications were, but for years they unsuccessfully tried to have a child. Undeterred in their decisions, they got a second opinion, found different doctors, and lo and behold, August 12th of 1967, a miracle was born. Along with my sister 2 years later, so she's a miracle too. But from that point on, throughout my childhood, my favorite aunt, she always reminded me that I was a miracle. I had a purpose for being here and was destined to do great things in life. I mattered. Fast forward to my teenage days and leading up to a college selection, UW-Whitewater was not my choice. But it's funny how destiny puts you in the place that you're supposed to be. My favorite older cousin, Adrian, my teenage idol, he was the guy that had it all. He was a great athlete, smart in school, good looking, great dressing, and he had all the girls. I want to be just like him. However, my cousin, who had everything going for him, he made poor decisions, hung out with the wrong crowd. He eventually was incarcerated for most of my teenage years, never getting to attend college himself. On weekends, I would visit him. We'd have deep conversations about life. He would always encourage me to be better than he was, make good choices, and go to college. I mattered to him, so much so that while he was in prison, he took classes on the weekend, taught by an acquaintance that had connections with, you guessed it, UW-Whitewater. So making a long story short, my destiny was sealed, and I started classes on campus in the fall of 1986. What was it about this place that prepared me for more than 30 years of serving others as an educator? How was I able to beat the odds of not completing college and receiving my bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees? At UW-Whitewater, I mattered. People to thank: Mr. Cleveland James, who served as a recruiter and mentor for students of color here. He instilled perseverance and confidence to not only start college, but more importantly, to complete the degree. To Dr. Frida Briscoe, who always displayed a welcoming and calm presence here on campus when many of us were far away from home. I always felt that while going through the many challenges of college, she was willing and able to provide support whenever needed. To Dr. Elizabeth Ogunchola, who was probably my toughest critic. We all have them. Yet she taught me to become a stronger person and a great relationship builder through her many courageous conversations with me. To my brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, to the Black Student Union and Gospel Choir, student government, and many other campus organizations for positively impacting my life socially and instilling a commitment to service in life. And lastly, I can't forget Dr. Roger Pulliam, who had the biggest influence in my life outside of my father. His constant message every day was the importance of doing more than the norm, going beyond an undergraduate degree, providing service to and for others, giving back in any possible way, and lastly, being open to trying new things. I'm sure that all of you, in your past experiences here on campus, you can replace the names of my heroes with the names of your heroes, many of whom are sitting in the faculty rows here today. Think about the pivotal moments in your time here at UW-Whitewater. It likely wasn't a grand ceremony that changed you. It was a professor who challenged your perspective during office hours. It was a peer who supported you when you were ready to quit. It was the small, quiet moments where someone treated you like you were the only person in the room. It's not a coincidence. In her book, Mattering: The Secret to a Life of Deep Connection and Purpose, award-winning journalist Jennifer Breheny Wallace explores the psychological concept of mattering, the universal human need to feel valued by others and to have the opportunity to add value back to the world. So it's intentional. UW-Whitewater permeates a big stage on a small campus where students are treated like family, where you are valued and you matter. Society often tries to tell us that mattering requires fame, a massive social media following, or a specific tax bracket. But that's a lie. Mattering is about presence. It is about the quality of your attention. Class of 2026, the world is messy. It's loud. It's divided. And at times, it's exhausting. But you will have days where you feel like a tiny drop in a very large ocean. But when those days come, I want you to remember this. An ocean is nothing but a multitude of drops. It took a while to form and wasn't done overnight. So don't be in a rush or hurry to have your life be perfect. Take a deep breath and let life come to you. You're Warhawks. You're built for this. You have the grit, the education, and the heart to lead. So don't just go out there and make a living. Go out there and make a difference. Remind the world through your work, your passion, and your integrity that you matter. That every single person you encounter has value. Now, I'm going to leave you with a task today, graduates. That's right. You're getting a class assignment on your last day as a student. Look at it as a way of paying it forward for the purple and white. You have the flexibility to complete this assignment tomorrow, a few months from now, or even in a few years from now. And that task is simple. Return the favor. Carry the knowledge that you, yes, every single one of you sitting in these seats today, you're a miracle in motion. Carry the names of those who have told you that you matter and become that voice for someone else with the same support, the same affection, the same direction and guidance that was bestowed upon you here at UW-Whitewater. So I say congratulations, graduating class of 2026. Remember that all of you matter. And there's only one last thing left to say. Throw up the W and say, "Go Warhawks!" Congratulations.